Hey everyone, it's your friend Thinknoodles, and welcome to Ask Think for May of 2016. April was a crazy month for me, just as crazy as March. We hit 1.3 million subscribers, as you guys already know. And now we have the question of the month, and it was, in 100 years, what do you think will be popular and kind of why? So Ian Levy said, answer for next month, real hoverboards. And this was by far the most popular answer, that real hoverboards would exist. I'm not so sure that the physics are there, but anyway, being the most popular answer, I chose one that had a little bit more to it. So real hoverboards, like Back to the Future hoverboards, no swagways that blow up in your face, no let me go on to some other things. Speaking of Back to the Future, what about time traveling? Speaking to George Washington, Anne Frank, or Marilyn Monroe, teleportation, hop on my back, we'll go to Florida, definitely flying cars, and lastly, YouTube. So those are quite a few predictions. Time travel, I don't know. The only reason I say that is because no one, has, well, maybe we don't know, but I would say that, if there was time travel, it would have happened already, because you would time travel back to our timeline. However, maybe if time travel exists, when you do go back in time, you go to a different, just a different timeline on their own. If you're going back in time, maybe some alternate, I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's just go to the next one. LER says in 100 years, a futuristic version of the original Nintendo will be popular. But it would be a portal machine. When you stick a cartridge in, it sucks you into the game, and the zapper turns into a real gun, so you can get gun power-ups in Mario and shoot everything, especially Hammer Bros. Easily my most hated enemy in Super Mario. X Dragon Slayer 13X says, I think in 100 years we will have holograms. They're getting 3D and all that, and look what happened in the last 100 years. We never thought touchscreen was going to be a thing, and you could be right. I mean, I remember way back in old Star Treks, and yes, I love Star Trek. They had, I think the name of the operating system they use is LCOS, is it? I think. Anyway, but yeah, they had kind of tablets and touch screens on their consoles as super futuristic, and now we actually have that stuff. And now you see in shows, futuristic shows, there are holograms, so maybe, probably, that will be in our future. And what? 24 says in 100 years now, I think holographic movies would be popular. Oh, and hover shoes, portals, instant cook ovens, dubstep-like music called Raura, ultra parkour equipment, and a cure for cancer, but who knows? The world may not even exist by then. Absolutely true. Shadow Ninja 101 says everything will be interactive, such as you can change the color of the paint on your wall instantly, or if you order something online, it will come to your door instantly in 100 years. And that would be cool, to just reach over like this and just change the color of the, or not even just change the color of the wall. Like, my wall, well, they're white right now, but if I were to touch it, I could say, oh, I want a beach scene here. Wouldn't that be, oh man, that would be so cool. The Musical Scout said the answer for this month, I think, is the world's gonna be like Fallout, being a war for resources because we're running low on fossil fuels. And that's absolutely possible. Really, it's a depressing thought about what it'll be like in 100 years, but it's definitely possible. Peaches 1919 says, I think 100 years from now, flavor lamps will be popular. So basically, you turn on your flavor lamp, select a color, and you'd smell and taste that flavor, which would make you want to buy that food item from the flavor lamp store that I would own. So you're going to be rich. There you go. Chadley47 says, in the next 100 years, the most popular thing will be a dance called Banana Dance, where you dance at a weird angle. Then, a game that would be made would be called Block Adventure, which is the altered version of Minecraft and Terraria mixed together. Maybe, but 100 years from now, I think games will be very, very different. Hannah Snedden says, I think in 100 years, people will hardly interact with each other. Already technology has started to take over. I'm just worried that it will take over human interaction. Noodle on. Funny, I say this on a form of technology. I might be part of the problem. And I understand what you're saying, and I do worry about that too, but then there are times that I think that it wouldn't be a problem that it would take over human interaction. Because, you know, in person, I don't know. I mean, it's 100 years from now, who knows? But what I will say is technology and this particular comment allows people like you and me to talk to each other that probably, I don't know where you live in, don't tell me, but you're probably far away from me, and there would be no way for us to connect in any other way prior to this technology. Vanilla and Chocolate says, living. Just living, because living life and being alive never gets old, right? Right? Oh, and food. Food is good. And I think out of all the predictions, well, I don't know, food. Yeah, no, we have to have food to survive. So yes, out of all of the predictions, that one is pretty much guaranteed to be right. Assuming that humans are still here in 100 years. Mika Show says, my answer is Minecraft 3.6, played by Thinknoodles the third, your grandson. Amazing. The Galactic Potato says, well, in 100 years from now, the great robot wars will have destroyed the Earth, and most of the human population would have been destroyed. But for the survivors, their favorite games would be hide and seek, because if you don't hide well, you kind of, you know, our favorite dance will be called the Play Dead, as a last resort to surviving the robot about to blast off your head. That actually rhymes. You might think I'm overreacting, but think about it like this. What is more powerful than a computer that can build better computers? That's what I thought. We have no choice. The war was lost before it began. Fitting that your name is the Galactic Potatoes, and that is a depressing picture of 100 years from now. Emerald God said, the thing that will be popular is me. Yes, my YouTube channel, and thanks too, but mostly mine. Derpy Phoenix says, oh, I bet in 100 years, everybody's gonna be like, hey dude, you have the new iPhone 59 yet? Or I was looking at my mom's hologram computer and I found this thing called Minecraft. This is like so retro. Or who's One Direction? Or guess what? I just flew to Mars. The last one probably not, but hope you can. Again with Elon Musk, I think that he's saying in like less than 5 years they're gonna send, he or his company wants to send a manned mission to Mars. So could be possible. Little Bit Edwards says, in 100 years, what will be popular is dinosaurs for pet. I'm gonna have a pet T-Rex and name it Teddy Bear. Well, I will tell you that as old as I am, T-Rexes do not make good pets. Rust. Pikachu says, what will be popular 100 years from now? Eating bugs. Ugh. Why, you ask? Well, eating bugs helps us and the environment and will maybe be essential for survival in the future. Bugs have more nutrients per pound than most meat we have today, and is way easier and more environmentally to farm. Why'd you have to go there? Arnie Patur Arneson says, I think the most popular thing of 2116 will be licking dog feet. You know, I do like to smell my dog's paws, but I don't know about licking them. Impossible Dreamer Mythical Beast says, what do I think will be popular? Well, I would say music. But judging by which music is popular today, I don't think it will be real music anymore. And I agree with you, and that was going to be my answer because I thought I think it would be a safe bet. But yes, you're probably right. 100 years from now, music will not be what we think it is, but already when people say music today isn't what it used to be, usually it means we're getting a little older. So yeah, I'll just agree with you there and stop before I age myself any further. And next month's question comes to us from Dr. Doge, and it says, if you could talk to your pet for one day, what would you talk about and why? And boy, do I have a lot of questions for Kopi. So guys, before we get to the questions from me, I want to remind you to leave your question in the comments below so I can have something to answer next month. Now, remember, only one question per comment, but you can leave as many comments as you like. Also, if the comments on this Ask Think are closed, go to the most recent Ask Think and ask your question there. And the first one, well, it's not really a question, but it's something I need to respond to, and it's from Alex Hernandez. It says, I love your voice. I really don't know why. I think it's really I don't know why, but me and you are New Yorkers, and you have the same accent that I'm used to. I don't have an accent! Do I? Steven Andrews says, hey, Think, I'm going to New York, and my dad said I could meet you, but I don't know how. Can you tell me how I can meet you? I really want to. And, well, first of all, I live in Manhattan. You guys probably already know that. And the best way to meet me is keep an eye out for a really cute golden retriever. Most of the time when I leave the house, Kopi's with me. I mean, even when we go shopping, I mean, not grocery shopping, but whenever we go shopping or I go anywhere, I usually bring Kopi. So if you see a pretty golden retriever, ask if you can pet her, ask what her name is. And if her name happens to be Kopi, you've got a pretty much 99.99% chance that I'm the one walking her. Luna Lover 69 says, I had heard a rumor a few months ago saying that you had your ears pierced. Is this true? Sorry if I hurt your feelings. Doesn't hurt my feelings at all. Yes, I must have talked about it, I guess, because yeah, I think it was in an Ask Think. But yeah, I do. I don't wear earrings. It's been years since I put earrings in, but I have 3 in my left ear, like 2 on the bottom and 1 in the top part, and then 1 in my right ear. Awesome Sydney says, will you be at Minecon? And I just want to say I'm left-handed too. Well, hello, fellow left-hander. And yes, I will be going to Minecon, assuming I get tickets this weekend. And I really did want to say that I am going to Minecon, again, assuming I get tickets. It's not going to be that easy because I'm not going to be home when they go on sale. I'm actually going away this weekend, but I'm gonna make sure that I do. But I wanted to let you guys know in advance that I will be going to Minecon so that you can get tickets this weekend as well if you wanted to come and meet up. Error name not real says, Think the ad that played had swearing and someone naked. How dare you put it up? Yikes. First of all, what ad you see on any YouTuber's channel, we have no control over what shows up at all. We have control, even sometimes we don't, but generally we have control of whether an ad is shown or not. But as far as what is in the ad, we have no idea, and it changes based on your browsing preferences. It changes on your geography. It changes from week to week, month to month, year to year. Again, we have no control over it. However, if it was bad like that, please, when you see something like that, I think there's a report ad button or something. Press it. Most of the ads, no, all of the ads do go through screening by YouTube and never, ever, ever should be inappropriate like that. Amelia Sikala says, does Kopi get motion sickness in cars and planes and stuff? My dog doesn't. I refuse to go in the car with him anywhere if the ride's over 5 minutes long. No, not at all. Well, I can't say planes just yet. She's never flown with us, but she will be in August. But in cars, she's fine, and I've even taken her on the subway here in New York. Bluey Chewy says, hey, Think, I was wondering, how did you train a dog not to eat from the trash because my dog won't stop doing it? Yes, I feed him. So that's a problem with Kopi, actually. And when she was a puppy, she used to go through the bathroom trash. And generally, if there's a trash can at her height and it's open, she will go through it and rip up paper and things like that. And I tried a bunch of different things I was reading online. Like, they say that what you do is put, like, Tabasco or hot sauce on the stuff in the trash can, like papers and stuff. And the dog will try and eat it. And then, they'll say, oh my God, it's hot. I don't like that anymore, right? Apparently, Kopi likes spicy things. So that just made her want to get in the trash even more. So I figured out a really, really good way of keeping the dog from getting into the trash can and eating stuff. And that was to buy a new trash can that had a lid. Really, really easy. Mia Cheesy Tune says, hey, I think, just wondering if you ever heard of this Broadway show called Hamilton. If so, do you think it's good? Yes, I've heard about Hamilton. I've not been. I think it's really, really hard to get tickets. I would love to go. But living in New York, there's all these great shows like Hamilton, Broadway shows, all kinds of shows. And it's crazy. Like, as New Yorkers, no, I'm not going to make a generalization like that. My wife and I just seem to never have the time to do it. It's also really, really expensive, but I would love to go see more Broadway shows than we do. Lobe Honey asks, would you work with your wife at work if you couldn't be a YouTuber? No, absolutely not. I am completely and utterly unqualified to do what my wife does at work or even work with her at all. I don't think that I have the attention span and the drive to get through medical school and residency like she did. Nelly Martinez says, this is more of a question for Rochelle, but I'll ask you, how come we never see your wife's face? When you did ask our Mario and Luigi question, she covered her face with a Pokemon pillow, so I was just wondering. She just wants to stay private. That's just my wife's thing. That might change in the future at some point, I don't know. But at this point, she just likes to remain hidden. Jason of Wolves asks, how many pets have you had over the years? Whoa. So many pets. Also, the fact that I only have one now tells you what happened to all of them. No, but that's not because I don't take care of my pets. It's just that I'm old and pets don't live as long as their owners generally. So, unless you have like a tortoise or, some sort of macaw or what other things live that long? Horses? Elephants? Oh man, I would love a pet elephant. Wyatt Bricker asks, have you ever stepped on a Lego? Yes, I have. Yes, it hurt. And yes, it was my fault. Catpaw03 asks, will there ever be a world download for the Fruity Pebbles Island? I don't think so. I asked about this just after James and I put up the video. And the marketing company that worked for Fruity Pebbles that sort of put the whole thing together didn't quite understand what I was asking. I asked if we could, put it up, and they said, "Oh, no, the server, we don't want anyone to ruin it." And I was like, "No, I was just gonna give everyone a copy of it." And then I don't know, there was some sort of like copyright issues with it or something because it had to do with the being tied to the Fruity Pebbles brand, and it was a whole thing. So I couldn't convince them. They said maybe in the future, and they said, oh, but maybe in the future we might want to use it, and it never really came to anything, but I tried. Captain Katie asked, how come you haven't changed your URL to /Thinknoodles? It still says /Insiders Network. So if you do /C/Thinknoodles, it works. If you do youtube.com/Thinknoodles, it works. But youtube.com/user/Thinknoodles does not work. And that actually cannot be changed. I've tried. I do have contacts at YouTube that are capable of doing a few things. And they have gone to the technical team and said there's absolutely no way to transfer the user URL to another account. Even though I own /user/Thinknoodles, they can't transfer it. There's no way for YouTube to do it right now. Maybe in the future, I don't know, but right now, you cannot change it. Danny Takla says, hey, does your NVIDIA ever crash because mine crashes? And another YouTuber like Captain Sparkles also crashes because of NVIDIA. I don't know what you mean exactly by NVIDIA ever crashing. NVIDIA is, well, maybe it's your driver is that you're talking about, but NVIDIA is, hardware and software, I guess, drivers. But I would ask, one, are you overclocking it, your video card? If so, turn down the overclock. Also, I will say that Dan mentioned that he was having an NVIDIA driver crash over the weekend. This was a really strange coincidence. And he said that updating his Java fixed it. So if you're having that, and and this was in regards to CrazyCraft, if you're having problems with your NVIDIA driver crashing and it's when you're playing Minecraft, go ahead and update your Java and see if that makes a difference. Killer Pirate 02 says, to play Smash Brothers without getting copyright, just turn off music and set it to only plays remixes of songs I'm pretty sure aren't copyrighted. Nope, that's not exactly it. I have a number of the Nintendo videos where they claim both the audio and the visual content, which means that whatever's on screen, they say, hey, we own that character, whether it be Link or Mario or whatever. And yeah, they can claim the visual content. And I have a number of videos that Nintendo has claimed both the video and the audio content on them. And Swag Monster asks, will you maybe do a giveaway on your old Mac since you have a new PC now? Nope, because I'm literally using it right now. I use it, well, to capture my audio, to capture the video through my Elgato, and I use it for editing all my videos. So it's kind of in use right now. Ermo Gaming says, do you usually have to get mentally prepared, like do a warm-up before you start a video? And do you have interruptions during the videos? I do, since my family is all over the place noodle on. No. I mean, I don't really do a warm-up like, oh, la, 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 or anything like that. Or like, what do people do? They do like, they do like mouth exercises where they stretch their mouth like, yeah, I don't know. They say something. I forgot what it is. But anyway, no, I don't. But I do sort of warm up by thinking about what I'm gonna do in the video, and sometimes or a lot of times in my Minecraft videos, like the Noodle Planet, like I have to make the sign with the golden noodler, so I have to find a golden noodler award and put the sign up, and then say, okay, what am I gonna do in this episode? Oh, right, I better collect this, I better grab this from the chest and get things all settled. So I sort of warm up in that way, but I don't warm up my face or my voice or anything like that. Sam Pearson says, is it expensive to be a YouTuber? Well, no, I mean, yes, it could be. But as far as running your own business, it's probably the cheapest you could possibly think of. I mean, especially if you already have a decent computer and, a camera or something like that. I mean, gaming, I'm talking about being a vlogger or even a gamer. If you have a decent computer, that's all you need. Everything else is pretty much free. And you could even start with a cheap microphone. I wouldn't recommend the microphone on your laptop. Just get an external microphone, but you can get them for like 30, 40 bucks. So no, and after that, it's free to upload. So no, not expensive at all. Sid Sachs says, hey Thinknoodles, did you know about the new Poptropica, aka Poptropica 2.0, which is brand new? If yes, are you gonna play it when it comes out? Sorry, 2 questions in 1 comment. No, it's all related, so that's okay. Yes, I did know about it about a week before they announced it. Someone from Poptropica, well, actually, I think it's Pearson, but anyway, someone from Poptropica let me know that they were going to be making the announcement, and also asked me if I would be willing to or interested in playing like beta versions of Poptropica, especially with the new part coming out. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to put any of that on my channel. I hope so, and that's going to be part of it. If they give me more details on it, part of the negotiation is going to be, okay, if you want me to spend my time playing this, I'm going to have to be able to to show some of it on my channel. So that you guys can get a good look. That's my goal. So we'll see what happens. THDHD asks, how do you get capes on PC? You have to go to Minecon to get the cape. And then once you do, you get a code in your email, and then you just enter it into, I forgot where. I think it's on Minecraft.net. Or maybe on Mojang.com. Either way, or maybe you just click the link. Yeah, I think you just click the link and then you log into your account, and then it automatically adds the cape to your PC account. All right, guys, that's it for this episode of Ask Think. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Links are in the description. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching. And of course, Noodle Live.